Welcome to Fabulosity For You, and my name is Angie. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please click on the subscribe button, then click on the notification bell so when I upload videos, you'll be the first to know. Like this video and make a comment. This channel is about fashion, beauty, and life. And if this is not your first time visiting my channel, well, welcome back, my queens. My queens, tonight is ladies' night. It's ladies' night. I've been waiting all week to talk to my queens, okay? So today, my queens, I am just very chilled. It's very cold. I live in Chicago and it's very cold here. And it's been snowing. So your girl Angie has been in her loungewear. And so tonight I just have on my Christmas. I thought this was so cute. It's a Christmas robe with Snoopy on it. Real cute. I had the pajamas to match. But I don't have my pajamas right now. Right now I just have on loungewear. I have a Christmas loungewear on. And I've just been lounging. I have been wrapping gifts and watching Christmas movies and just getting ready for Christmas. I have in my house about 5 trees. Okay, so this season I've been so busy getting the home together, putting my trees up, and my closet I've been still unpacking winter clothes. It's my closet I switch out for different seasons, and my winter clothes I'm still putting up. And so I just been doing stuff around the house all day. And I said, you know what? I'm going to stay comfortable tonight. But I still have my glasses. And the glasses of today are going to be Gucci, which you've seen before. I chose these glasses today because they match my outfit. I have on green and red Christmas colors. And so they're the colors of Gucci. So these are the glasses. So today's topic is from a letter that I received via email. And I just want to remind my queens out there and kings that if you have a relationship question, please email me. My email is in the description. And so I welcome all emails. They're private. I don't give people's names out, as you see. And even though we're all grown, some people don't have anybody they can just talk to, or they don't want people in their business. And it's always easier to talk with someone that doesn't know you. And so this is what this young lady decided to do today. We're going to get right into it. She's 32 years old. And she's been seeing a guy that's 45 years old. And he's married and she's single. And so she said to me, she said, Angie, dear Angie. Now, before I began, I did not print out the letter. So I apologize in advance if I happen to pause for a second. I might be trying to remember the details. But I'm just going to give you the gist of the letter. So she says, Angie, dear Angie, I am the side chick. And I thought it was quite befitting because I have been talking about side chicks this week. So this falls right into it. She said, Angie, I am the side chick. And I have been seeing a 45-year-old married man for the past 2 years. She said, Angie, he broke up with me around Thanksgiving, and it actually broke my heart into pieces. It came with no warning. We were getting along, and just out of nowhere, he ended the relationship. He blocked me from his cell phone and blocked me from all his social media, and I am broken to pieces. She said a few days ago, she found out that she was pregnant. And she said she has no way of contacting him. She's still very much in love with him. She feels like she should go to his house, and she feels that his wife needs to know. And she's hoping in the end he will be with her. She said, Angie, could you please give me some advice? When I first read this letter, I was like, wow. Wow. This is a letter that is a lot to unpack. But my queen, I'm going to first say a few things before I give you my advice. And what I'm going to say is, I'm going to give you a pass, because at the end of the day, when you're in your 20s, you don't know no better. You don't know no better. When you're 30s, you're still learning. And when you're in your 40s, you know better. So you're still in your 30s and you still learning. But a baby does not hold a man. A baby don't hold no man. Now, back in the day when your great-grandmother got pregnant, yes, back then the man would marry the woman. But these days, a baby does not hold a man. A baby does not help a relationship if your relationship is sinking. And so, I believe, you didn't say this, but I believe that you think that because you're pregnant, that this is going to hold him. This is going to have him come back to you. This is going to keep him. And I'm sorry, my queen, but you're going to be very disappointed, because that's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. It's so many women out here that are single parents. And some of them are due to women having children thinking it's going to keep their man. It's going to hold their man. And it's not. And it does not. Now, we're in 2022 going into 2023. I just feel like anybody that's pregnant in this time is because they want to be pregnant. Because it's too many things out here to prevent pregnancy. And so for you to, number one, have unprotected sex with a man that is married, is you want a baby. You asking for a baby. But I'm going to give you a pass because you under the age of 40 and you're still learning. But now that one, you should know better. So you don't get a pass on that one. You know better. Now, I forgot to add this information about the letter. She did say she did not know that this man was married. She said, but when she found out he was married, she was already in love. And so she continued the relationship. That's one piece I forgot to say. So let's unpack this. I'm going to unpack this letter, okay? So the man broke up with you around Thanksgiving. And I had just told my queens that men break up with you around the holidays. They definitely do that. And then you said he blocked you from his phones and all social medias. So what that's saying is, my queen, is this man is done. This man is gone bye-bye. And he don't plan on coming back. He don't want you to call him. He does not want you to contact him. And then you say you found out a few days ago you were pregnant. and that you feel like because you have no way of contacting him, that you need to go over to his house, and you feel like his wife needs to know, and that you still love him and you really want him to come back to you. Okay, so first of all, you said that this man broke up with you and you had no idea that this was going to happen. My question to you is, maybe his wife did find out about it. If you've been dealing with a man for 2 years, then his wife should have had some signs that her husband was cheating. As I said in one of my videos, if you have a gut feeling about your man, 9 out of 10 is true. But there are signs that he's going to give. Whether he's staying out later than normal, he's working hours, late hours when he doesn't work late hours. He's giving you the excuses that you feel are flimsy excuses. I mean, there are so many ways and signs that men give to women when they're cheating. Now, a woman, when she cheats, she's a little bit more discreet. You might not know right away. And so, she might have finally decided to give that man an ultimatum. I know you've been seeing someone, and you're going to either get on out this house, or you're going to leave that woman alone. But what you're not going to do is be with me and stay in this house, and you still acting the way you acting, coming up missing. I don't care what you say. You're going to have to get out. So she may have found out that he was cheating, and he did what he needed to do. He left you alone. Now, I really don't know what happened, but that could be one of the reasons. You say she needs to know. Maybe she already know. And at the end of the day, it's really not your concern on what he tells his wife, or when he tells his wife, or if he tells his wife, because that's between him and his wife, okay? That doesn't have nothing to do with you. So you need to not worry about whether his wife knows or she needs to know. If she needs to know, it shouldn't be coming from you. Now, whether you should go over to his house, to me, I don't think that's a good idea. But before you start saying going over to his house, you need to figure out if you're going to decide to keep this baby. Okay, you need to determine if you want to really go through with having this baby. And that's something I can't tell you to do. That's something that you have to pray on and make that personal decision for yourself. But you do have a choice. And what I will say is this. If you decide to have the baby, the man is not going to be with you. He's not going to be with you. So you will be a single parent. Okay, so you need to first decide if you're going to even continue with this pregnancy. And then if you don't continue with this pregnancy, then there's no reason to bother this man. For what? For what? He don't have no sympathy for you now. He's gone. So there's no sympathy. So what is the point? And he's not coming back to you. So what would be the point of telling him? What would be the point of contacting him and letting him know? That's just your hopeful thinking and wishing, that he'll come back, and that's not going to happen. Now, if you decide to have the baby, the first thing you need to do after you have your baby is go collect that, get your money, take him to child support court and get your money, because yes, he needs to. It takes 2 people to have a baby, and he needs to pay his part and take care of his child. Now, whether or not he be in your child's life, who knows? Usually they really don't. And so you'll be a single parent. But hopefully you will have support of your family and friends, and you can still have your baby with and have support from your family and friends and take that man to court. But my queens, we have to understand that yes, it takes two to have a baby, but at the end of the day, the responsibility really falls on the woman because it's her body. And so there's no reasons why you should have been having unprotected sex and not taking any type of precautions if you didn't want to be pregnant. And so you said that first you didn't know he was married, and then you found out he was married, and you was in love, so you continue to see him. My queens, that's the game of these men out here. These pimps out here, they want you to fall in love first, and then they drop the bomb on you that they're married. That's the game. That's the game. So when you see the signs, you have to stop, and you have to take the precautions and move on. You have to handle it accordingly and move on. And even though your feelings is involved and you in love, because that's what they do. They talk to you right. They take you out. You know, they give you money. They make you fall in love. And then you find out they're married. But at the end of the day, you need to ask that question. Are you a married man? Are you an unavailable man? Because some of these men out here, they'll be like, well, you never asked. You never asked me, was I married? So when you out here, single women, when you out here, you ask that question, and he still might lie, but he may tell the truth. And so when you found out that man was married, I don't care how you fell in love, you should have said next. You should have moved on. And he gave you some signs. I know he did. They all do. You chose not to see them. And so, my queens, we have to sometimes take off our rose-colored glasses when it comes to these men. And you have to be a step smarter than them. And you have to ask the questions. How come you come over my house at this time all the time? I can't see you on a Wednesday. How come I haven't been over your house? But anyway, all of this is for a whole nother video. I will do a video on the signs of a married man. But at the end of the day, my queen, you just have to make the decision on what you want to do. And don't just go to that man's house. These days, these people are crazy. You come over knocking on some woman door talking about you pregnant and you got all the rah-rah. If you on her property, she can shoot you and be in her rights. So you think twice about going over to some man's house and you know he's married. She's innocent in this whole thing. And so why go over to the house? And even though you say she needs to know, like I said, she may already know. And so they may be probably working it out. And so you wasting your time and energy going over there. And he's not going to leave his wife. Okay? And so if you decide to have the child, just take him to child support. And have your baby. Why? If you decide to go through the pregnancy, I will go through it along, as I said, with the support of my family and friends. And that will be it. And move on. Unfortunately, you are not alone in this. And I really, really thank you for sharing your letter with me. And so that I'm sharing it with my queens, because it's other people that is experiencing the same things. And by me talking about it, I could be helping someone else. And so stay prayerful. And I wish you the best. And for my queens out there, be careful dating. And you have to watch the signs to make sure a man is not married or unavailable. And if you just like to date married men, some women just like to date unavailable men. As I said in many of my videos, just know your role and stay in your place. And for kings out there that's watching, if you have an affair on your wife, then you need to use protection. But before you even go out to have an affair, you need to understand what you might be losing. And that's your family. That's your wife. It could be your children. And so make smart decisions. And on that note, I'm going to say happy holidays in advance. Merry Christmas. And thank you for watching my channel.